Hey, welcome back everyone. So as we know, most beginners upload the data or load the data directly into the BigQuery by using the graphical user interface or by directly logging into the Google Cloud Console, right? But this is not the best approach as per the industry standards, because in real world projects, a professional data engineer means very rarely go to the Google Cloud Console and use the UI to upload or operate with the BigQuery, right? So rather, they will be using the Google Cloud's command line interface tool. It means through command, they are controlling the Google Cloud BigQuery stuff, right? So in this video, I will show you how to load the data from the Google Cloud Storage, that is Google Cloud Storage bucket, into the BigQuery table. And here we are using the command line interface to achieve this process, right? So this is the main agenda of this particular video. Means we will learn how to transfer the data from point A to point B. Of course, point A is cloud storage and point B is our BigQuery table, and we will be using a command line tool or the command line interface to achieve this process. And most importantly, in the end, I have just demoed you a tiny little project or a tiny little approach, I can say, so that you will get a basic feel on how the automation really works in the data engineering process. It means how can we schedule it. In a nutshell, you will learn, or you will at least get the feel of how we can automate the pipeline, right? So this will be going to be very interesting. So please watch the video till end, and I'm ensure you that you yourself will answer this particular question. Means at the end, I'm sure you will answer why we use the command line interface tool compared to the GUI. I'm 100% sure you will answer this for me, right? So without wasting any time, let's start the video. See you in the video, guys. Hey, welcome back. In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to load the data from the Google Cloud Storage bucket into the BigQuery table. But here we are not using the graphical user interface of the BigQuery. Rather, we are using the command line interface. I mean, by writing some commands directly from your local computer, we are going to connect and speak to the Google Cloud systems, right? So this is the agenda of this particular video. Now we are going to achieve this by 4 different steps. I mean, the step number 1 is, first we are going to create a bucket and we are uploading a file, that is simple file, which is salesdata.csv. Take a note that this is CSV file format, and this we are doing it through the GUI, means directly logging to the Google Cloud Console, right? And in second step, we are going to create a new data set, but we are going to do it from command line interface, not through the GUI or logging to the Google Cloud Console. And the third step is very important. So here actually we load the data from the Google Cloud Storage bucket, which we have created in the step 1, and then we are loading the same data into the BigQuery table, and this also we are going to achieve it by using the command line interface. Right now, coming to the fourth point, I will show a quick tiny demo on how we can automate the data loading process using a batch file and by using the Windows, the inbuilt Windows app, that is Task Scheduler, right? And please note that this is purely for demonstration purpose, just to give you a basic feel on how the automation and scheduling work, right? And just I repeat one more time that Windows Task Scheduler is not the actual tool used for automation in Google Cloud. This is only to help you understand the concept of automation and how the command line interface commands can be scheduled, right? How can we schedule this, right? Using the batch files. But in real Google Cloud projects, in real project implementation, there are so many cloud native tools are used, right? Like Apache Airflow, Cloud Scheduler, Cloud Run, and so on. So that we are going to do in the next session. But here we are just using a simple inbuilt Windows app, and the main agenda of this tiny little demo is to just to give you a feel on how we are going to automate the data load process. That's it, right? Perfect. So let's create a bucket quickly by directly logging to the Google Cloud console, right? So let me go to the console here. Okay, perfect. And here I'm just creating, I'm clicking on create. Now I am going to create a new bucket. So how to create a new bucket, I have already created a dedicated video for this. I am just dropping the description, I'm dropping the link into the description, right? So just I will give you a name. You can give any name. I will give the name like this is for demo command line interface from storage to BigQuery. So you can give any name there. Let's hit continue and keep all the things as is, and let's click on create and just click on confirm. All right, a new bucket will be created. Perfect. Now that we have created a bucket, now I will quickly upload a simple file, that is sales data, right? So that our first step would be done. Perfect. Now this is sales data.csv, which has been successfully uploaded to this particular bucket. And the agenda, like we discussed, we need to just load this data from the Google Cloud storage, that is from bucket to my BigQuery table, right? From bucket to BigQuery. This is the data loading which we are going to demonstrate, but we are going to demonstrate this by using the command line interface, not by going through the GUI, right? So we are done with step number 1. Now step number 2 is, let me open my Google Cloud SDK shell, and for this also I have created a dedicated video like how to set up, install and authenticate this Google Cloud SDK shell for the first time, and for this also I am dropping the link in the description. Now, so I just believe that you are also absolute beginners. So let's start with authentication first. So first time we should write gcloud auth login. So this is only for first time and only for one time, right? But I think you are, majority of you are beginners who may watch this video. Just to keep from the scratch, I am just explaining this as well. Now you will see the list of accounts. Just click on your Google Cloud account and let's click on allow. Right, so now you will get a confirmation message that you are now authenticated with the CLI. I repeat guys, this is just a one-time setup, right? So no need to do it again and again, but I'm just thinking that many of you are the beginners and you are just watching it for the very first time, so that could be helpful for you. Now you are authenticated. It means that now you have established a connection from your local to the Google Cloud, right? Perfect. Now let's do step number 2, that is create a dataset from command line interface. Now watch this carefully. We have a command line tool for BigQuery called BQ. It means the BigQuery. Then we should write MK. It means make something or create something. What we are going to make here, we are going to make dataset, right? Next I will use this caret symbol so that I can go to the next line, right? So it's not mandatory, but for the beginners, if I use this caret, then I can go to the next line so that you can visualize the commands very clearly. That's the reason. I repeat, it's not at all mandatory, right? Now I should give my project name. My project name is your cloud, right? You can see your project name by directly logging to the Google Cloud console. We have to write colon, and now we have to give the dataset name. You can give any name you want. I will give dataset demo CLI. You can give any name, right? Now if I hit enter, a new data set will be created right into the Google Cloud Console. So what we are doing, we are not going to create the data set by logging into the Google Cloud and go to Google Cloud BigQuery console, select the project, click dataset and so on, right? So this is very powerful, right? So just couple of lines, your data set is successfully created. So if I go back here and if I refresh this, I must see a new data set is created here. All right, the command is very simple. So we have to just say mk. BQ is the command line tool used for BigQuery. Mk means what you are doing. Mk means I'm making, right? I'm making a data set. It means go to this project and create a new data set with this name. This is what it is doing. So if I just click on expand this, see a new data set is created, right? And we have not inserted a table yet. We have just created the data set. Perfect. So point number two, the step number 2 is also done, right? Now let's come to the step number 3, which is absolutely important, guys. Perfect. Now to load the data from the Google Cloud storage to a BigQuery table, this is how the command goes. I must write BQ for sure because this is we are dealing with BigQuery. Now I will not write MK, right? I'm not making a table, right? Let me write the command, then I will explain the commands line by line. I will write load. So load is an operation. Okay, so BigQuery load. Then I must write this caret, right? Just write this caret so that I can go to the next line, right? So the next line I will write auto detect. So what does this command means? It means that auto detect the schema. So what we are telling BigQuery is this is my file and these are my columns and this is my rows. I don't want to alter any of the schema. What I'm telling BigQuery here is auto detect the schema. It means whatever schema is present in the CSV file, replicate the same schema into BigQuery and create a table. As simple as that, right? No need to go in depth right now. Auto schema means auto detect means we just replicate whatever the schema present in that CSV file, means create the same table with the column names and the rows. That's it. Again hit a space and just type the caret so that you can go to the next line. Perfect. So next thing we should provide is source format equal to CSV. I hope this is clear because we know that the file which we have uploaded into the cloud storage is in the form of CSV. Then we must provide what is the source of that, right? Perfect. Now this is important. Sorry, I should write skip leading rows equal to 1. So what does this mean? It means that skip this first row, and we are telling BigQuery that the first row is my column name. This is not my data. My data will start with the second row. It's something like this, right? So when creating a table, BigQuery will understand that, okay, so I should keep the first row as the column name because this is not a data, this is just a name. My data will start from second row. So this is the actual meaning of skip leading rows equal to 1. It means that just skip the first row because it is column or header names. It is not at all the data, right? Perfect. Next I must give my project name. Sorry, it is project ID, not project name, right? Your cloud track. Perfect. Next, this is important. What I'm going to do, what is my dataset name? Dataset demo CLI, right? So this is my dataset name, right? Okay, then I should write dot, and I will give you a table name, right? I can give demo underscore table. Perfect. Okay, so now very important part. Okay, now I will do one thing. Just look here and you will understand this. I will explain anyhow. Okay, so this is my gsutil URI. I will just copy this URI and paste it here. Now I will explain what's happening in the background. I am telling BigQuery to load the data. Perfect. How it should be? It should be auto detected and the source format is CSV. I am telling BigQuery that skip leading rows, that is skip the first row at all. This is my project ID and this is my data set which we have already created, right? And inside the data set, create this table for me on the fly, right? During runtime itself, this will create a table. We are not using MK here, we are using load, but BigQuery is smart enough that during runtime itself you can able to create the demo table, right? And this is what the important part. It means my sales data.csv is in this path. How to get this path is go to the Google Cloud Storage, right? Okay, click on this sales data.csv, and now we will see this gsutil URI. Just copy this path, right, and put it over here. Okay, so this is how we should write it, right, in the command line. Now if I hit just enter, a new table will be created on the fly, right? And the data will be loaded from this particular sales data.csv to a new table, that is demo table, which is created during the runtime itself. Now you can see a new job is created and the status is done. Perfect. Now when I go back here and just refresh this content, where is that? Okay, now I can see a demo table which has been created. I mean the data is shifted. We can see the preview. All right, see, all the data has come from where? From the Google Cloud Storage to BigQuery. I think this is simple, right? Now we have concluded how to write the command. But now what I'm going to, like I said, what I'm going to do is we are going to quickly see the fourth point, right? So that you can get the feel on how we can automate the data loading process and why the command line interface is important to automate and to to automate the data loading process. Because if we do this by directly logging to GUI, it is not at all possible, right? So this command line tool help us to create a batch file out of that, and you can run or trigger that batch file anytime you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to open a notepad again, right? So I'm going to just write all the things, just copy paste this thing, but we just need to do some changes. I will tell you. Okay, let me just copy this and let me just paste here. Okay, so here I need to just write echo of, just ignore it, not at all required for you right now. I just need to remove this part, guys, because this caret symbol will not work when we create the batch file. Okay, we should be writing it in a straight line. That's it. Remove that more and all, and there we go. Just we take care about the spaces and all, right? So let me hit a space and delete. Let me remove this. Okay, now let me just remove this as well. Okay, so yes, space is clear. So the same command, I have just written it in a notepad. Okay, and I'm going to save this notepad and we'll show how this works. I just write pause, just to pause it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this file, okay, on desktop. You can save anywhere. I will say test.bat. We should not write txt or json or something. The extension should be bat, and you can give any name. I can say load data dot bat. You can give any name, but the extension should be dot bat, as this is a batch files, and save as all files, right? Just click on save. Now you can see a batch file is created, and yeah, this is the batch file which I have been created. Now the next part is, let me open task scheduler. Okay, so this is inbuilt Windows application, guys. This is nothing to do with the Google Cloud scheduling app or the automation app. This is just to give you how batch files we can create and we can schedule the load job. That's it. Okay, this is simple tool and it is available in all the Windows applications. Now just click on create a basic task here. Okay, give your name, any name, demo task load. You can give any name. Click on next. Now how you want to run this job? I just want to run it one time just for demonstration. Let's click on next. So now the time is this one. I am just going to give as okay, so 40 means I just need to wait for 1 minute. Click on next, then keep it everything as is. Next. Now this is important. Where is your batch file? My batch file is on the desktop. You can give that file. So after 1 minute, this file will be picked and this will trigger it. Click on next and just click on finish. Now you wait for 1 minute so that this job will automatically pick the batch file and it will load the data from the Google Cloud Storage to your BigQuery table. Yep. See, it has started. Automatically it has launched this exe and the batch is running in the background. Site current status running and done. Perfect. Now you see how this is how, by using the batch files, right, we can able to automate or we can able to schedule the task, right? So now if I go to the Google Cloud BigQuery and if I before we have 100 rows, right? Now if I refresh this, yep. Where is that? So let me just hard refresh. Just a couple of seconds. I think this could be fine. Yeah, now it become 200, means it has added 100 more rows to the same table, right? So this is how exactly the automation works or the batches are scheduled in Google Cloud. But like I always say, I don't mind repeating 10 times. This is not the official Google Cloud tool which is used for scheduling or automation. This is just to give you a feel on how we can able to automate the stuff, means by using the batch file, right? And very important part is, this is why the real world in real-time projects we use the command line interface to write the commands, because if we are going through the GUI, this is not possible, right? So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video very soon. If you really find this helpful, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks and have a good day.